is not enough reason to marry. Do you agree or not? That's the topic we're going to discuss today. We're here again with Dixon and Gerald. Guys, you're welcome. We're going to look at this topic because a number of people out there normally just go into marriage or get into marriage just because they love the person. There are many things they do not consider, and so we are going to look at, is it true or not that love alone is not enough reason to marry? Let us know in the comment section below what you think as we go on discussing. Thank you. So guys, let's hear it. Do you agree or not?
Personally, I don't agree with the question of love alone is not the only reason why someone should marry. For me, it is very important that you should marry someone whom you love. And if you don't love them, then don't marry them. That is for starters, that is my point. If you don't love someone, don't leave that person. You should only marry someone whom you love, regardless of what they have or who they are. Thank you very much.
Just put a full stop.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. This is a serious topic.
It is.
For me, in my view, love alone is not enough. There must be other things, other ingredients that make marriage very, romantic and,
successful.
the real thing.
What is the real thing?
You don't love, because first of all, love grows.
For women,
all of us,
men fall in love.
Okay, they fall in
women
love
grow in love
on the first sight, but along the way, you keep growing into this kind of love. Because when the first time you meet this person, maybe you're like, is she the one? Not because most of the time it's the physical appearance that attracts us. Then we fall into things. You keep saying, maybe she's the one, and then you keep looking at many things outside, then you fall in love. But for ladies, they are looking at so many things. That's why they even take long to
make the decision. Yes.
And of course, as they are looking at Dixon, you can find that Harriet has Dixon, has Gerard, and then she also has Moses. Then
I already have Moses.
She's confused. Who should I take? So as Gerard is doing all his best to bring, Harriet on board, say, man, I love you, I want to take you. She's also saying, let me first look at Dixon. What is Dixon doing?
He might have more money.
Maybe it is Moses.
Or Gerard treats me better. Yes. I don't consider just love.
No, but you know that I can have more money and not give you money because I don't love you. Because if I love you, then I should be able to give you money accordingly to the love that I am able to.
You must be buying, not really giving the real care.
No,
but anyhow, I believe in so many things that make marriage beyond love. Because the 12 years I'm spending in marriage, I used to think that it was love. Because when I met my prim, my goodness, very beautiful, love, real, I knew this is the real thing.
Yes.
And she's the person I am loving. So everything around her, everything about her, I really fell in love. But when I got into, as just kept going on and we are in love, I realized that at some instances, I am expecting this and it's not happening. I'm like, wait a minute, this person is disappointing me. And then before you know it, you're conflicting. You're like, am I still in love or did I see well or...
No, but you see, Dixon, the point where you reached and you try to ask yourself whether you are in love or you're not is like a fruit of love that helps you, be patient, try to be rational about something. Because if you don't love someone, then even your levels of reasoning are very low. For example, it's so funny, so interesting. Some of us have had heartbreaks. But no, it is very nice to be heartbroken by someone whom you don't love. Because, once she leaves, that is gone. So I have no... But if you love someone and then she breaks your heart, you will surely try to say, Bambi, please forgive me. Please, find a way of... Let's talk about this issue because of love. So it is love that brings us to that point of understanding. And that's why I say that none of us should even marry someone whom we don't love.
But that's not what we said, Jen. Yes. That's not what we said. We said, is love alone? Should love be the only reason someone makes a choice to marry someone?
Okay.
Our take is, for us, we are conquering each other. It shouldn't be the only reason you marry someone. There are many things to look at, like finances, anger management issues, how they treat you, whether they respect you or not. There are many things around it. Communication, because many things make a marriage successful. So if you just marry someone because you love them.
Yeah, so I think, Harriet, for starters, the question sounds like all of us here agree that love is the
Yes.
foundation
Yes,
why
it
we
is.
should
Yes.
marry someone.
Yes,
Yes.
but the
So
other things to
if-
look at,
if-
to
if-
consider.
If there is that yes for all of us, now let's look at other things.
Let me say this. If love was the only reason for marriage, then people wouldn't be divorcing
Thank you
or
very much.
separating. And
Thank
actually,
you.
this is, I think we have like, I was reading and they were saying that these days 50% of marriages are breaking up.
Yes, in Uganda, here in
In
Uganda,
Uganda.
statistics.
Almost
You
that
are
is half,
you,
half.
you are a BS.
Yes.
Yes.
You are a
And almost that is half, half.
Yeah.
Meaning that it is not just love. Because as I said, love is, first of all, love is a feeling.
Yes, and it changes.
And it keeps changing and
Yeah.
keeps growing. Because the more you get together, the more you bond and the more you become so much intimate and so vulnerable and naked
And getting to know each
to
other.
know each other
the more
more
you get to know
and
each other.
more.
Yeah.
And so that helps you to build a strong foundation for your marriage. But where you are and you think I'm in love with this person, there are things that you're also considering. Because, for example, when you go to Daphne, you look
Daphne
at,
is my wife. Yes. Wendy.
Wendy.
you look at so many things. The way she walks, the way she welcomes you. When you take her out, sometimes you also look at how she eats.
She's the only Muchiga who has a Mutoro character. Very calm.
I love that. That's true.
So you said, is this a Mchiga or Mutesi? I think this Mchiga girl. This kind of calmness and the
the
Chitoro kind
peace.
of character. I think she fits in my heart.
Properly.
So that one also added on what?
You considered many
On the
things.
love that you had.
Yeah.
Then for me, when I was going to get married, I used to look up A, B, C, D, E. You know,
Qualities.
you're looking at character, beauty, education, background,
Christianity.
activeness, Christianity, how she's very faithful. So I was looking at so many things, and that made me think. I think when I met this, when I met my prima, I was like looking at this. I think maybe this and the other. Of course, some things were not real. They were just imaginations. But the truth is, there are so many other considerations beyond love.
So, Dixon, what I see in this case is that before I conclude that I love someone, there are some things that person should be having for me to conclude. So now, like for me, for example, when I was choosing Queen D, for starters, I wanted a calm lady.
She manages you because you're not calm. You're very stubborn.
So I really wanted someone who is calm, someone who has less potential of causing
The
violence
three
at home.
C's, calm, composed, and collected.
Correct.
The three C's.
So, and also someone who is beautiful. So, yes, at the end of the day, in my list, my checklist of love and, the calmness and maybe the other things, God-fearing and what. When I looked at my list at the end of the day, I was able to conclude that I love this person. So by the time I concluded that I love this person, it means that I have no room to turn back. It is us moving forward till the very end. Yeah.
So that means other things informed
my
decision to
final
marry her.
to love and marry.
Yes.
You get the
Not
point?
just love.
Of course, it's amazing that most of us as men, we basically have the first insight. I mean the first sight love.
Which is very important.
Because you're visual.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which is very
because we are so much visual. So you see,
You love what
and you
you
get
see.
attracted, and then. But you see, as we said, for ladies, it may not be the case.
Yes.
Not just, because that's why you see, some people actually, most ladies actually grow in love. But then what you do, the care, the composure,
The time, the attention, the gifts,
yeah,
the
the thing that
pampering.
you're doing, the pampering.
Yeah.
I think that make her think, I think it's not Gerard, it could be Dixon. Maybe let me go with Dixon. And then about Gerard.
But you
A number of
see,
times
Gerard
you
has
call-
the money, but
Now that we're already in marriage, you're looking at so many things.
yes.
Is my wife understanding? Is she giving me what I'm expecting? Are we in real love? Because we are looking at, if I want this, does it come on time? If I say I want this and I want it to be done like this, does she listen? Does she understand me? Does she respect me? So you're not looking at one thing. So each thing that she does according to expectations builds on that love. And what she does not do in expectation somehow cuts on
the love.
the love.
Yeah. Love keeps
So
changing.
that means for those people who are watching us, especially the young people who are looking forward to getting married, it cannot just be love alone
Yes,
that will
please.
make you love this person and think you're going to get married. Because you can feel like, yes, this person loves me because maybe this person has money, he takes me out, he does A, B, C, D. But actually, the character this person has is not compatible with your expectation. Also, it is of faith.
Yes.
You might find that for you, you're a good-fearing person. And maybe you're born again. And your principle is, I cannot get about someone who's not born again. And you meet someone who loves you so much, very, very much. But when you look at this person, your religious backgrounds do not meet. Your faith is not compatible at all.
So, Dixon, of course, when you're right when you say if someone's faith is not compatible, then, as I said, if someone doesn't have the qualities that you wanted in an ideal wife or woman that you want. Of course, none of us can ever get 100%. I don't know if Harriet did for Moses, if you did for Prim. It's literally very hard. So at the end of the day, you look at the one who has more of those qualities, and then at the end of the day, you're like, this is the person I will marry. So yes, even when we are saying that love is not the only thing, for me, I still insist that we need to look at those things that make me come to that final state to say that I love this person. Do they have all majority of the things that I can consider for a spouse?
Can you live with this person?
Yeah,
Are you compatible?
And so you keep thinking and say, yes, this one.
Yeah.
I think that's
There was
okay.
a time I think Harriet released a video on the red flags, and I think just in case you didn't watch it, you may need to reconsider checking through one of the videos that are there.
I'll put a link for them down.
If you see those red flags early when you're still dating, do not be blinded by love. A friend of mine once told me a story how she they had a friend, and later on the friend fell in love. So they tell the friend, Munange, that guy whom you're in love with, please, you go slow. And then the girl was not hearing. So after they separated, they said in Luganda that like she came and told the friend that people, you didn't even warn me. And then the other friend said, Mune twakugamba naye wali owulira. Like
love blinds people.
We used to tell you that we used to mention these red flags, but were you hearing? So at the end of the day, yes, when you fall in love, it's good to have your other senses active. Seeing that the qualities that you want in someone are the person that you need for marriage. Because for dating, I'm not sure whether I grew up in a world whereby they used to tell us that date someone who, in this of Dixon, date someone who you will marry. So I had a friend called Lawrence, and we used to he used to joke with me that each time I used to tell him that I'm dating this one, I would even tell him that I'm going to marry this person. Because my mind was I date for marriage and I don't date for the sake. For fun, so at the end of the day, he was even among my groomsmen who would say, by the time you've married this one, I know your story, you've told me that you'll marry. So it's just because at the end of the day, the other people whom were not successful, is because they lacked some qualities. And among in there was a bit of, some of us, the other qualities, how are we able to share expenses? So
money matters.
Yes, money matters.
They are big deal in marriage.
One of the things, and it was an interesting interview that I did for the one or two girls that I dated before I got married. We would get in a taxi and then we go to our destination. So if we reach our final destination and she's looking at me that, Gerard, you pay, I would then start asking myself, am I going to hustle with all the expense? But the uniqueness about my wife now is along the way, she would pay for our transport. Like, which
when you were still dating? Oh, wow.
So who lives such a person? So at the end of it, I was confident to say that I love Kukunda Chan.
They say when you are in love or when you're falling in love, do not just go with your heart. Go with your brain too. Like when people are warning you or telling you this guy is like this or this lady is like this or we know this about her, please listen. Go with your brain too. Do not just go with your heart. That organ can mislead you.
And of course, by the for people who are intending to get married, the issues of character that you should not take for granted. Because my friend, there's someone loves you. Yes. But you will be having your home will be a house of violence, domestic violence every night. This guy likes fighting. He doesn't respect you. or maybe she doesn't respect you at all, she doesn't honor you as her husband. So you don't just look at the way a person loves me. I have had friends who come and say, Dixon, for sure, this man loves me, and I also love him, but he's a Muslim, I am a Christian, I am born again. I feel we can't go on together. Or, this person, we are all born again, but if the man wants sex, and me, I cannot do it. So that means, on top of the love you're talking about, the other principles, your values that you stand on and you believe in, and you say, it matters we love each other, but for the sake of this, I cannot do it because I love this person. So, love goes beyond just the real truth of love and looks at many other things. Because we also that love also covers a multitude of sins.
Yes, yes.
But if my friend, this person, yes, we have covered a lot of sins with this person, especially in our marriage. Someone can't be adulterous, someone can't be beating you, someone can't be so stingy. The man does not bring anything at home. You're the wife and you are putting everything, and the man is just seated, or the other way around, and you still feel this is love. No. Along the way, you find that your love is growing cold.
Yeah.
And that will spoil things. So it is just not only love that matters in marriage. And I said that because the love keeps growing, these things that make love grow, you must put them into consideration and work on them.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
I think that's a very important view, because when you're falling in love, we are also assessing. Each of us should be assessing someone's value system.
Yes.
Because if you don't have a value for church, if you don't have a value, for education, if you don't have a value even for marriage, Dixon has just shared with us that currently there are many cases of divorce happening in our country, simply because people have low value for marriage, and which is very, very dangerous. But for me, one of the things that I liked, because personally I came from a polygamous family, my wife came from a monogamous family, and one of their views about marriage is, when you get married forever.
Yes, marriage is forever.
Not just. So when you
Actually, that in our culture, in our Western culture, Nyankore, Chiga, culture, when a girl gets married, you have left your home. They even give all your belongings, your beddings and everything to your brothers. So they are saying, bye-bye, never come back. So go and sort out yourself there, build your marriage, no coming back here.
And I think generally when I hear such cases of the high levels of divorce, it's because people are trying to reduce the value of marriage. They are trying, not to view their partner in that kind. So once we have a good level of value for marriage, then to be one of the part I like, sorry, it's a bit controversial, but His Excellency Chagulanyi Setamu. One of the things I like about him, that guy loves his wife, regardless of all the other weaknesses and what. But for me, I felt like, this guy is a good example. And me being a Mteso, later on getting married to a Munyankole, it has been like those small inspirations. Like for him, he's a Muganda, he got married to a Munyankole. It feels good to see that you can love someone from another culture and then you can bond. But nonetheless, I want to ask you guys a question. That is it possible for us to marry someone whom we don't love?
It shouldn't happen. That's what I should say. It's possible. Some people marry for money, prestige, celebs, getting married to a celeb, I don't care about anything else. It's not good, but it's happening. Personally, I wouldn't marry I wouldn't marry someone I don't love. The truth is, character might not easily change, but love changes. So people who are marrying for love, you should know that love changes, but character doesn't change. If someone is not treating you well, if someone is maybe cheating on you, if someone is managing finances badly, they have debts, left, right, center, people are demanding them, you should know they will not change. So before you get into the marriage, please know character doesn't change, it rarely changes, but love changes.
Okay.
But I also did that. Some girls marry, not
some ladies.
Some ladies not because they are loving this person, but just because there are other things are are coming in. So the things of status, like we are saying,
and pressures.
Pressure, status, background, and of course in the African context, we used to know, like families used to look for another family. So you don't love Gerard, but the family has said. For us, we must get a husband from that.
Thank God now we can
or
make a
we
choice
must
for ourselves.
get away from that family. So
Yeah.
you expect they are forced to go and marry in that family. Even in the Bible, it happened.
Yeah.
You look at
People have married
look at
not
David
for love, for other
and Saul's daughter. You think they were in love, but because David had that, I'm going to marry from what? A king's family. Said, who am I not to marry in this? But said, you know my background. When they were convincing him, he said, you know I am poor. But so, the king has ordered, and and there's a bit of punishment as long as you do this. So I think he married not because he was in love with that miracle, but just because there was an opportunity.
Yes.
When we look at Jacob, of course he was in love with Rachel.
Yes.
And then he was given
Leah.
So it's not that he loved Leah, but just what was given.
Yes.
But still he worked for other 7 years to get to Rachel. So we can say that between Jacob and Rachel, there was real love. But for the other one whom he married, I don't think there was love.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I see, besides the love, one of the reasons why other people get married, I look at about two things. There's a time I was watching one of the clips. People marry, besides love, they marry one to preserve culture. So when you see the story of Jacob and Rachel, they literally came from the same culture. So when you want to preserve a culture, that normally happens. And then the other bit is to preserve status. You know, for example, Dixon, your young boy, if you're recommending him to get married in future, of course not now. You would tell him, my son, please, if you're to get married, you know you're going to be the president of Uganda, as you normally encourage him to. You need to get someone who is educated and what. So that status that you want. So each of us, you know, at the end of the day, yes, you can have, in quotes, a village girl whom you love, but because of the status that you want for yourself and for your grandchildren and what, there's that bit that you need to have. And at the end of the day, you know, we are all human beings that we learn to live and to love other people.
Actually, that's what Abraham did for Isaac.
And God for him.
He said, go and get someone from...
to preserve a culture.
Yeah, preserve a culture. So there are so many reasons why people look for partners just beyond love. But of course, the gist of the matter is love is important. If you marry someone you're not in love with, that means you're not friends, and chances are that you may not be compatible. But somehow, by God's grace, if you marry this person and you're not so much in love, you might get there. And since we said that love grows, and things start not getting on well. So if you marry someone that you did not love, and now things have already happened, it's now your responsibility to make sure that you work on yourself.
Yes.
And forget about the rest and say, you know what, I am here, I am not going anywhere, it has already happened, I must leave this person, I must love this person, and we live together. So how you live together with that person depends on your mindset, your attitude, how you're going to change yourself and put yourself in the shoes of this person and say, you know what,
So as to make
we're here
marriage
together,
work.
let's move on. And because marriage is a journey that you must walk together. You cannot do it alone. So how you're going to walk it with this person is not easy. There are ups and downs, there are valleys, it's not a straight line, it's not a garden of roses. So you have to work on your marriage every day. The love you're talking about must be built every day. It's not saying, ever since, I had of a story, someone said, but how come you no longer love me? Man said, what are you talking about? Didn't I marry you? Didn't I wed you? I married you, I love you. The fact that I married you, that means I love you.
So marriage is not an event.
Yeah, but
and love is not an event.
You no longer come home, you no longer give me quality time, you're no longer mindful of me, you no longer make compliments. This one is, and I know you see when you don't, Harriet, when most doesn't say that your hair looks like this.
I'm like, does he love me anymore?
See the way she's happy.
Does he love me anymore? So as we crown this anyway, the fact is, love alone is not enough reason to marry. And so, love does not sustain a marriage. Love alone in itself does not sustain a marriage. There are many things that make marriage work. Like he said, if love alone was enough, there wouldn't be divorce, there wouldn't be separation and all those issues in marriages. So we need to consider very many things. I'll put a link for you down below about red flags. Please let us know in the comment section below if you believe that love alone is enough reason to marry. You've had that discussion. Of course, these are our opinions, but the truth is we are all married, and so we are talking from experience. It's not enough reason to marry. It cannot sustain a marriage.
Yeah, I think, Harriet, as one of my final remarks, is never get married by mistake.
Do not look for just the wedding. Some people just want to
The wedding is another thing, but never get married by mistake. You know, some people are forced to love. Never be forced to love. You always have a choice. For example,
Follow your heart.
We've heard of stories of those days when our parents were very hard, and then a girl comes back when she's pregnant. They're like, go to that man who impregnated you, and you're forced to get married to that person. And so never get
Whether
married.
you had love or not.
Whether you had.
Yes, yes.
But some people say you made love. But anyway, never get married by mistake. Marry someone whom you love,
Really love,
someone whom you're going to be committed to. Because at the end of the day, trust me, these love things, these love pimples and whatever, they fade, but the commitment will remain.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how you build it, this says a lot of how you make it.
So guys, just go right ahead, like this video, share it with many people, married or not, singles, those in relationships or not. Let's share this video widely. Remember, subscribe as well and click that notification bell so that when a new video comes up, you are the first person to know. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.